Hello, my name is Kevin Byers, and today I'm going to show you a video illustration how to use Blue Mountain's recycler software and make your first ticket. First of all, to open up the program, you find the Blue Mountain icon on your desktop. Give it a minute to load up, and once the screen pops up, what you want to do is click on New Ticket. There is three different options, but today I'm just going to focus on by guess. So you choose by guess. Next, because California state law requires all transactions to have the correct initials, in order to proceed, you will need to enter your initials. Now, this is the main screen for Blue Mountain. This is where you're going to spend most of the time entering information. Now let me take a moment and describe the areas of interest. On the top right here is what we call the quick material buttons. Below here is the register. And right over here is where that basically shows you how much you're going to pay your customer if they have any questions. And on here, of course, you can click here to save it and to record to the database. Now, for example, let's say we're going to enter battery number 2, and we're going to use 9.9 pounds. Now, there's two ways of entering information on this screen. One, you can type it, which takes a few moments. A little bit of time, but if you do that about 100 times a day, that is going to slow your production down. Or you can just simply click on the button right here and it's enter into the screen. Next, let's do some CRV, which is California Redemption. Say, for example, 3 pounds of cans. But before we get there, let me explain these three buttons. You got segregated weights, segregated counts, and scrap. Now, segregated weight is implied. It's a material that you can buy in California and the state puts a tax on that can be redeemed when you recycle the material. Segregated weight is when a recycler purchases the material based on the actual weight. Segregated count implies pretty much the same thing as segregated weight, but it's done by how many items or how many, say, cans the customer is going to recycle at your facility. Scrap, on the other hand, is very similar, but let's say the customer purchased 20 cans outside California that does not have the California redemption value. Yes, you can recycle them, but you will not get California redemption value for it. Therefore, you need to select scrap. In this case, we're going to do 3 pounds of segregated weights. So I click on here, and I choose 3 pounds. To save time, I'm just going to choose the 3 pound quick button. And then let's say we're going to do 50 glass items. You choose GLA for glass. You come down to segregated counts, and you type 50. Of course, you need to tell it what size. If it's 24 ounces or less, if it's less than 24 ounces, you pay your customer 5 cents. If it's 24 ounces or more, you pay your customer 10 cents per item. And now if you see right here, the calculation for the weight on the cigarette count is entered automatically by the system based on California's formula to calculate the actual weight versus the amount being paid. For further information about that, please review the California CRV Redemption Manual. Now, once this information is entered on the system, you can save it and print your customer ticket. Their receipt. Or to do that, you click on Save. Now on this screen, it shows you can pay your customer $8.40, and you got three options of type of receipts. The main receipt is what you keep. The customer receipt is obviously what you give your customer, and the large receipt is a backup for the other type of receipt in case your receipt printer is broken. In this case, for demonstration purposes, we're going to use the large receipt. And now, give me just a moment. Let me blow this up. And here you see the weights, what being paid, and the necessary items based on California requirements. Thank you for reviewing. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email. KevinByers@gmail.com.